Hey, I'm Jeff with Tent and Table in the shipping department. I book most of the freight that goes out to everyone. But I wanted to talk to you today quickly about getting things ready for returns to us in that occasional and unfortunate times when you need to send stuff back to us. So I want to show you a couple of different ways that things have come back to us, what's good about it, what's not good about it, to help you in the future if you do need to return stuff. Now this one right here, as you can see, it's a pole tent. This one, the first time they tried to send it back to us, the trucking company didn't pick it up because they tried to put these long poles on one standard pallet. And as you can imagine with the amount of overhang, the trucking company did not like that and they're afraid of damaging the poles, so they did not accept it. So what the customer ended up doing was they attached two pallets together because they didn't have one of our long pallets, which still does have some overhang on both ends, but at least it does, they were able to get a fork truck into it to move it. A suggestion that I would have for this when sending it back to us is to take these really long poles here, the center masts, to not put on the pallet, to wrap those up separately as a bundle. So you have the stuff that fits on the pallet easily as one part of the shipment, and then the bundle is a second part. And that is a way to help keep the pipes from getting damaged, which obviously if it comes back damaged, it does affect how the returns are processed. But notice some of the things that happen is the piping is roped together, that's good, so it doesn't spread out. And then you have the tent tops here are attached to the pallet so it does not cause an issue. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of other returns here. This one over here is a inflatable. And this one had a problem the first time when they tried to return it because it was overhanging on all four sides of the pallet. And the trucking companies, as I mentioned with the piping, they don't like to take stuff that overhangs the pallet. It just is too much of a risk of damaging the product, especially overhanging at the end so they cannot get a pallet jack or a forklift under it. So you want to make sure that you roll up the inflatable as tightly as you can, and specifically when you put it on the pallet, that you have one side at least that is flush so that you can get that pallet jack or forklift into it. Again, you see it is strapped to the pallet so it doesn't move. The bill of lading gets taped onto it so that everyone knows where it's going, has a tracking number on it, and everything's good with that. Now, I want to bring over here, this one's a little bit different. This one here was a bunch of tent tops that came back to us. And tent tops, as anyone who has one of our big tents knows that those can be big and bulky, and we ship them out in boxes, but if they get taken out of the box, it's really hard to fold it back up and roll it back up to fit in that box again. So we will accept them back, not in the box. They just have to be rolled up and put in the bag as they are here. And as you can see, they are stacked up. They fit, the most part they fit on the pallet. You can get a pallet jack in here, which is good. You can have the packing list, the bill of lading over here on it. And this one wasn't attached with straps or ropes as the other two were. This one was attached to the pallet with the shrink wrap, which it is preferred to do with rope or strapping, but a good fixed shrink wrap will work as well because that does secure it. Now, this one over here will be one last one. This is a shipment that we had sent out that the order got canceled when it was on its way, so we had it turned around and sent back to us. But you can see how we send it out. Everything is strapped onto the pallet. We then we wrap it to protect it even more. And of course, you have your packing slip and the label with we have a separate label that has all of the tracking information on it. And But you can see that the box does not go over this side of the pallet. If this was a larger size inflatable, we would have used a bigger pallet. This is a 48 by 40 pallet. We also ship out inflatables on 72 by 48 pallets. Tents will sometimes go on a 96 by 40 pallet or a 120 by 40 pallet or even a 174 by 40 pallet. So we do have different size pallets for the different size products we have. I understand that when these arrive at your place, you won't necessarily hold on to this 14-foot pallet that is sitting there. But there are ways, as I said, like making bundles or attaching pallets together. There are ways to make it a little bit more user-friendly for the trucking companies so that there isn't a delay in them picking it up and sending it back to us. Obviously, if you have any questions, ask your customer service rep when you're setting up the return. And if they will pass it on to me or one of my co-workers in the shipping department, and we're always happy to help with trying to get it the best way possible to be best for you, best for us, and best for the trucking company. Thank you.